Welcome to the replay, everyone. Hey. It is good to be here. For those of you that don't know who I am, I see people popping in. And I just want to give a shout out to all of my web viewers. Thank you guys for watching and being supportive, even though you may not be watching live online. You're watching live and on my archives or my replays. And so I thank you guys. I just wanted to take a moment to say, hey, I see you. Hey, Shainu, how are you? Welcome. Well, today I am going to talk about confidence is key. And as some of you guys know, I've done a, what do you call it? A big announcement. I've announced that I launched a coaching program that is just for my family here on Periscope. And I'm going to extend that to my family that watches me on Periscope, but you're watching me through periscope.tv. So if you're watching me through periscope.tv, and if you're watching me on Periscope, if you're watching me on Twitter or Facebook, sorry. But if you're watching me on Periscope or Periscope TV, you can still take part in that coaching program. I hadn't realized until I went to check my stats how many people were actually watching me through Periscope TV. And so, thank you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. So I just wanted to celebrate you guys and say thank you. Thank you for all of my supporters that are following me. For those of you that don't know who I am Coach Linda Hillman, and I am a transformation empowerment coach. And I take you from the pain of your past to your purpose, and I do it intentionally. I am the owner and founder of Destined to Be You Empowerment Group, and I'm excited about all that is going and happening and what's moving and the shaking of everything. I'm excited about it. And so what I wanted to do, and I don't know how great because I know Periscope has been having some issues. So if that is true and they're having issues today, please do come back. If you have to pop back in, please do come back, because I have a lot of information that I want to give to you in a very limited amount of time to do so. So do pop back in. And I want to thank you. I want you to understand, today I'm going to help you with the what, the how, and the why. That is what I am trying to get into. You know I will. That is what I'm trying to get back into. Hey, did you get an email? Just say yes or no. Shainu, did you get an email? I'm helping you with the what, the how, and the why. Yes, thank you. Okay. And so that's what I want to do today. And I mentioned my coaching program. And so I just want to let you know that if you want to go ahead and, okay, I haven't checked. I've been writing today. If you want to go ahead and sign up for Confidence is Key to Your Success, you can go to confidenceiskeytoyoursuccess.eventbrite.com, and you can sign up there. I really want you guys, I guess I should hold that up in case you want to take a screenshot of that, right? So if you guys want to take a screenshot, I'll pose. Okay, so I was like behind there. I was like, y'all couldn't see me because I was holding the paper. I was like, y'all should have took a screenshot. Y'all could have got a funny face of Linda. So anyway, let me talk a little bit about confidence. Confidence is not something that comes from outside sources. Confidence is something that comes from inside. And so many people struggle with confidence at every level. I talk to people who are Hey, Miss Wisdom. I talk to people that are, at executive levels. I talk to people that are middle management. I talk to people that are just, they have the employee mindset. They are just the regular employee. Hey, when or mind. I don't know what that is. Is that Mind? Mind Lab. I think it's Mind Lab. Hey, welcome. And so I talk to people at different levels. So when I'm talking about confidence, I'm not just talking about low self-esteem. And I think a lot of people, when you say someone lacks confidence, they think, oh, well, that person has low self-esteem. Now, lacking confidence is low self-esteem. It does stem from that, but that's not the only thing. Lacking confidence has to do with your self-esteem. It has to do with your self-identity, your self-awareness. It has to do with self-doubt. So if you struggle with self-doubt, self-awareness, self-esteem, any of those areas, then you are most likely lacking in confidence. And when you have to do something, when you have to go before people, or when you have to present something, even if it's one-on-one conversation, if you feel less than, you will, and not even less than the person you're talking to, because I know people that lack confidence in talking to children. So, and I'm sure they don't feel less than the child, but they feel that what they have to say will not be heard. They feel that what they have to say can't be heard. And so they struggle with communication, and that is what lack of confidence does. When you struggle with communication, hey Vern, welcome. When you struggle with communication, what you are actually doing is you are struggling with confidence. You are absolutely, what you're thinking affects your life. Absolutely. And what I understand about people, and I have struggled with this, and I'm getting better with being able to recognize when I'm feeling less confident and when I'm feeling like, are they gonna like this? The very step of me coming on Periscope, I came on and it was just like, press the button, girl, and let's do it. You know what I mean? And I know that everyone can't do that, and some people have to build up to that. And so what I'm doing in this Confidence is Key program is I'm taking you at the level that you're on, and I am then saying, let's go to the next level. Let's go up a little higher. Let's make a step up. Let's take here. This is where you are. Let's just move up a little bit. Or some people will be here and they'll move up a lot. It really depends on if you're willing to work and put in the work and work the plan that's put before you. Many of us, we have the answer is sitting right in front of us, but we don't want to take that step. And so yesterday I talked about, what do you do when the answer is staring you in the face? Because sometimes it comes in a package that you don't want. Sometimes it comes in a package you didn't expect. Sometimes, you're expecting the mailman and it's the FedEx guy. Sometimes you're expecting the FedEx guy and it's the UPS guy. Sometimes you're expecting the UPS guy and it's the little baby girl. Sometimes you're expecting that it's going to come through a certain way, a knight in shining armor, or, in a white car, or in a big house, or it's going to be in a promotion, and it doesn't come. And so we sometimes are staring our answer in the face, and we won't take action because we feel like, what if that's not it? Or there must be more to it. It can't be that simple. And building your confidence is this. It's understanding this. Confidence has nothing to do with your physical appearance. It has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with the community that you were raised in, because we always try to identify ourselves through certain levels, right? We try to identify ourselves through our neighborhood, through our nationalities, through our status in life. We try to identify ourselves through our roles, mother, daughter, sister, brother, father. We try to, even through our vocation, when someone says, who are you? The first thing you do is you give them a list of things that you do. You don't give them who you are. And so I want you to start thinking about that. Hello, Catchy. How are you? Wisdom. True identity is found innately. Yes, absolutely. And I think that so many people, you're looking for outside forces to determine who you are. But really, that has nothing to do with who you are. Those are labels. And because they're labels, we like to hide behind those labels. And we like to say, well, you know what? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if I allow myself to identify myself that I am a mom, and there's nothing wrong with moms. I have a mom. I'm a God mom. So, yeah, I'm a mom. But we think if I say that I'm a mom, then people won't press me further. And I don't have to show up in a spectacular way. I don't have to show up in a way that causes people to look at me, because we are part of being lacking confidence is we shy back. We pull ourselves back and we go into this, what I call extreme modesty. And we're, oh no, you go ahead. I'm okay. Someone says, hey, do you want some water? Oh no, that's okay. You don't have to give me some water. I'll get up and get some later. And we don't think, in that moment, we're thinking, oh, we're just being polite. We don't want to put them out. But the very fact that they offered you meant that they were willing to go get you water and that they respected. Let me turn on the light. That they respected who you were and what you were trying to accomplish. Now, as a motivational speaker, I go to a lot of places, and when I go, especially if I'm the keynote speaker, and I'm not even going to ministry, because that's a whole nother thing. But when I go as a motivational speaker, I'm going just to speak like I'm doing with you guys. I'm just speaking. I'm not preaching. I'm not doing any of that. I'll go somewhere and nobody, oh, Linda's here. Oh, Linda's here. Do you need any water? Do you need this? Do you need that? And I used to be, oh no, I'm okay. Let me just sit here and collect my thoughts and But then what was going on in my head, and you tell me if you recognize this. I want you to put a 1 in the chat room, or a yes, or hands up, or something if you identify with this. I'll be like, oh no, I'm okay. Let me just collect my thoughts. I have my little notes. I'm going to go over my notes. And then I'm sitting there, and in my head, I'm psyching myself up. Because, wow, there's 300 people. Wow, there's 1,000 people out there. Man, there's 5,000 people out there, and they want to hear something. And what if what I have is not good enough? What if what I'm about to say to them, what if what I'm about to present to them is boring? What if they look at me and they, decide to get up and leave? What happens, if everybody leaves the building and I'm left here by myself? What happens in this case? And so this is going on in my head, and I know that I've studied, I know that I researched, I know that I planned, I know that I have all my PowerPoint presentations, everything, my presentation, I've gone over it in my head. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. But in my head, hey, not scope, in my head, I'm still whirling around with the fact that I'm not good enough. That these people, and most of the time when people come to hear me as a motivational speaker, they have paid to come. So then that's an added bonus, because, not an added, but that's an added pressure, because, man, they paid $100 to get in here. Man, they paid, whatever, $49, $2, $5, whatever it was. They paid money to hear me speak, and oh, wow, what if? And that's what we have to pull back from. That's what we have to pull away from. We have got to understand that we cannot continue to operate like that if we want to be successful. Because success comes in you understanding that you have, hello, Alicia, welcome. And success comes in the fact that you have something to offer. You have a message to give, and the people in the audience knew that you were showing up, and they respect you enough to want to hear what you have to say. So you got to realize that confidence has nothing to do with your physical appearance, your education. It has nothing to do with your community. It has nothing to do with whether you're a good communicator or a poor communicator. It has nothing to do with your bank statement. It has nothing to do with the house, the car, the clothes, the jewelry, the makeup. It has nothing to do with that. That is not confidence. We put all of that stuff and we acquire all of that stuff so we can feel good about ourselves. But that deals with a self-esteem issue and not a confidence issue. Because you know how I know? Think about when you were a child. When you were a child and you were at home with your mom and dad, you thought everything was creme de la creme. You thought everything was wonderful and great, right? And then you went to preschool, in my case, or you went to kindergarten, and somebody said, "Ooh, that dress is ugly. Why do you have on that dress? Why are you so dark? Why are you so this? Why do you have freckles? Why are your ears so big? Why is your hair that color?" And all of a sudden, what you thought was the greatest thing on earth now becomes something that you're questioning. Why? Because somebody else put it in you to question the way you look, question the way you talk, question the way you did things. And it was fine before they questioned it. As long as nobody questioned it, you were okay. That's when lack of confidence starts to come in. Because what was the thing you did when they said, "Oh, that dress is ugly"? Did you look at them and say, "I don't care, I like it"? You looked and said, "Maybe it is ugly." So I call it suggestive thinking. They made a suggestion and you then accepted it. It's suggestive thinking because now you are now thinking what they're saying, and in your mind, you have taken ownership of that. And so it starts to dwindle down your confidence. It starts to dwindle down how you feel about yourself. It starts to bring you to a place where you were like, wait a minute, maybe I am less than them. And then, when you get into junior high and high school, they have all the pretty girls and all the popular people, and they're over there, and maybe you were in not the not popular group, and so you were over here, and the popular people would make the unpopular people feel like they were less than, like they would never amount to anything. And then you have your community that maybe told you, because of the color of your skin, because of the hair color, because of your education, because of whatever it is that they wanted to say that you were less than. Hey, pretty thickness, they would say, "Oh, well, you're not as good as me because you don't have a bachelor's degree. Oh, you're not as good as me because you're too dark. Oh, you're not as good as me because you have brown eyes and you're not as good as me." And so we begin to allow these things to wash away our confidence. And so confidence, one of the key things that you have to remember about confidence is confidence comes from within. It doesn't come from without. There's nothing you can do or say to make you confident. It comes from within. You've got to take a stand up for yourself and say, I believe in everything that I have to say. I believe in everything that I have to do. I believe that this is who I am. And it's not my role. It's not my community. It's not my job. Push those things away. When you remove all of those things, one of the things I ask my clients to do when they come to me, especially when they struggle with who they are and with confidence, and I'll be doing a lot of this in this program, but what I do with them is I say, okay, you tell me who you are without telling me what you do. And that brings you all out a whole different row of adjectives, doesn't it? Because when you think about who you are, well, I'm loving, I'm caring. These are the things that make me who I am. I'm intelligent, I'm wise. You start thinking about other things. None of those things tell you what I do. None of those things tell you where I work or who I'm related to or what community I'm involved in. It doesn't do that. It tells you the characteristics of who Linda is. And so when I say, who are you? And people start saying, well, I'm a mother, I'm a this, I'm a that. I stop them and I say, just tell me your name. And that takes them, oh, well, I'm Linda. Okay, now who is Linda? Well, no, who is Linda? I didn't say what is Linda. Who is Linda? And so I want you to think about this as I'm speaking on this thing. How many of the adjectives that don't tell what you do, but tell who you are and truly define who you are, can you think of? Write them down on a piece of paper. And as you start to do that, what's going to be unveiled when you start to remove the onion layers? What's going to be revealed to you is who you are, your core essence. And so let's talk about what that looks like. A lot of people talk about authentic self, and I even talk about it because you have to find your authentic self, right? But your authentic self is not something that's easily found, especially when you put layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of things on who you are. So you've accepted things. People have told you things. Maybe someone said, oh, you're pretty. And so now you've layered yourself with pretty. Then someone else said you were ugly. And so now you've layered yourself with ugly. Then someone else said, oh, well, you're all right. So now you've layered yourself with you're all right. And so you have all of these different layers of different opinions that people have told you, and none of them are actually what you think. It's what people are telling you. So what I want to do in this program is to remove the clouds, remove the doubt, remove the naysayers, remove all of this clutter that's around your head that's causing you to feel like you have to listen to what everybody else is saying, and just shut it down and say, let me get alone with myself. Let me spend 10 minutes alone with myself and find out who I truly am. Let me peel away the onion layers. Okay? So it's 15 intensive days of me coming and talking to you about you. And some people get uncomfortable with that because they're not confident in themselves. Just think about it. Do this tonight, today, wherever you are in the world. Go to someone and start having a conversation and ask them about themselves. And see, now there are some folk that will say, oh yeah, you want to talk about me? Let's talk about me. And they'll talk about themselves. But majority of the people will get uneasy and they will try to avert the conversation somewhere else. They'll talk maybe a few sentences about themselves, and then they'll say, well, what about you? To me, there has to be a certain okayness to say, this is who I am. Not to brag, not to be cocky with it, not to be arrogant with it, but to say, you know what, this is who I am. And let me just share a moment. Let me just share who I am with you so you can understand me better. Because that's how we communicate with one another. That's how we begin to work the system. And that's how we build confidence. Because when we hear ourselves begin to speak about our goodness, then we say, hey, well, you know what? I'm an okay type of girl. I'm all right. You know, I don't have to be cocky. I don't have to be conceited. I don't have to be arrogant. I don't have to put other people down so I can lift myself up. I can be okay with who I am, and I can allow you to shine because I'm comfortable and confident. There's that word, confident in who I am. So I don't need to make you feel bad about you so I can feel good about me because I feel good about me. And so 15 intensive days, this is what I cover in this program. I'm going to cover your thoughts, I'm going to cover your feelings, I'm going to cover your actions. Those of you that are struggling with low self-esteem, struggling with medium self-esteem, or maybe your self-esteem is way too high and you need to bring it down a notch. Those are the things I'm going to help you with. I'm going to help you recognize and understand and manage your negative emotions, because we all have negative emotions. Somebody will get on your nerves, and that will cause you to step out of your character. That will cause you to make decisions in the heat of the moment that, had you just taken a breath, you might not have said, you might not have done. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to discover strategies and reprogramming your mind of those negative self-talk tapes that we have that keep playing whenever you need to do something, whenever you need to accomplish something, whenever you're falling behind on something. Those conversations you have with yourself about how you are no good and how you can't ever do anything right. These are the things that you have been told, and now you repeat them in your own mind to yourself, and you pull yourself down. So we're going to learn how to reprogram them. We're going to gain life-changing insight into our authentic self. I talked about our authentic self. I talked about that here because it's important. A lot of people throw that term out because it sounds good and it makes them sound important. But really, can they help you get to your authentic self? I told you at the beginning of this that I'm going to help you with the what, the how, and the why. That's what I do. I help you with the what. I tell you what's going on, and then I tell you how to overcome it, and I tell you why you need to overcome it. Because if you don't know the what, if you don't know the how, and you don't know the why, you are apt to go ahead and keep on repeating this vicious cycle. And then you'll look and you'll like, well, I took that course with Linda and I thought I was going to be more confident. I thought I was going to be a little bit more assertive. And here I am stuck in this same area. But the thing is, somebody told you what was wrong, but they didn't tell you how to fix it. Or if they told you how to fix it, they didn't tell you why it needs to be fixed. And we can justify any behavior that we have. I used to justify bad behavior all the time. Oh, it's just who I am. But it wasn't who I was. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have been able to evolve into who I am today. So that wasn't who I was. It was a misunderstanding of information that I had taken into my eyes and ears, and I had allowed into my heart, into my thoughts. And so we're going to deal with that: thoughts, feelings, and actions. So you're going to gain information on how to become your authentic self. You're going to identify your self-sabotaging habits, because we all have them. We all have habits that cause us to self-sabotage. But we want to blame it on other people. It has nothing to do with other people. It has everything to do with us. Okay? We also, we're going to identify the self-sabotaging attitudes and know how to eliminate them. We're going to understand how to communicate more effectively with others. That's where the being assertive comes in. You need to assert yourself into a situation and not back down, not give your ground away. Because we do that all the time. We give our ground away. And it's not us being combative. It's not of us being confrontational. It's just saying, you know what? I respect myself enough to know that that's not something I want to partake in. I respect myself enough to know that you can't talk to me like that. I won't talk to myself like that. I don't allow other people to talk to me like that. And I can't allow you to talk to me like that. The way you're speaking to me makes me feel. We got to learn how to use our language. We have to learn how to use our language and communicate effectively. And we will also understand where fear and insecurity begin and how to overcome it. Because all of that eats away at our confidence. All of that eats away at our confidence. And you think it was, oh, well, I just have low self-esteem. No, it's not low self-esteem. Only some cases, there is low self-esteem. But most cases is that we have allowed these things to build up and build layers on us. And we need to get back down to the knit and the grit of it all and find out who we are and connect to our true selves. Once we connect to our true selves, then you find out that no, you don't just accept anything. That relationship that's no good for you, well, you're able to say, you know what, this isn't really working for me. And not feel bad about it. Not get all bundled up and brokenhearted, but just to say, you know what, this just really isn't working for me. And logically, I need to get out of it while I can. So those are the things, and I want you to understand that we will go over this all the time. The what, the how, and the why. This, again, like I said, is 15 days of intensive coaching. I do a group session where we all come together. It's either going to be on a teleconference or it's going to be here on a private scope, depending on how many people. And we are going to do that. That's going to be an hour of your time. Then you will have a workbook that you can do on your own accord. You'll have a journal that you will keep to yourself. You don't have to share your journal with anyone unless you want to. And you will have a workbook that's full of activities, techniques, strategies. All of this is to help you build your confidence. And I'm putting this package together because I want you to be able to have something. So when the class is over, because it's only 15 intensive days, and it's only for those of you watching me on Periscope Live, or those of you that watch the replays, those of you that are watching through periscope.tv, because I realized, when I finally did my full scope, I realized that I have a lot of people that watch me via the internet. And so I definitely want you, now, if you're watching because you saw it on Facebook and you clicked on it, or you saw it somewhere else, unfortunately, because my scopes go out, because Catch catches them and sends them to Twitter and all of that, I try to stop it, but I don't always catch them. So unfortunately, this isn't for you guys. If you've already coached with me, it's not really for you either, because we're already working on some of this stuff. This is for people that have never coached with me and are looking to build their confidence, okay? And then the last thing that I'm putting into this is that you will get two one-on-ones with me, 2 half-an-hour one-on-ones with me, where we will talk about you, and I will see what I can do to help you. And I can tell you right now, a part of that one-on-one is going to be going through 5 transitional questions that are going to help you transition from where you are to where you need to be, and to be more confident in standing in that place. Because many of us, we won't go for the promotion, we won't go for the relationship, we won't go for the things that we want, because we feel that we are undeserving of those things. And so that all stems from lack of confidence. And I'm hoping that you will understand that this is me reaching out and saying, look, I'm not saying that I'm 100 and perfect in this area, but I'm saying that I have enough confidence that I know that I can build your confidence. That's what I'm saying. I have enough confidence in who I am and the coach that I am, that I know that I can build your confidence. And when you walk away in 15 days, you will feel more confident. You will display more confidence. People will look at you and say, well, yeah, wow, what happened to you? Nothing. Confidence is key, did. So that's what we're doing. If you are interested, and for those of you that don't know who I made papers, y'all. I'm being good. I'm trying to be good. I should have made it a little bigger, I think. But I am Coach Linda Hillman. I am the owner of Destined to Be You Empowerment Group. If you want to get in touch with me, coachmenow2@gmail.com. I am a transformation coach, and I help you get from the pain of your past to your purpose, and I do it intentionally. And if you want to get into the program, You can go to Confidence is Key to Your Success at eventbrite.com. Again, that's Confidence is Key to Your Success .eventbrite.com. And if you want to, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. I'm trying to see if it's in there all the way. I don't know. If you take a screenshot, then you can make it larger and you can see that. But it is Confidence is Key to Your Success at Gmail. Confidence is Key to Your Success at eventbrite.com. Eventbrite is spelled EVENTBRITE. And I hope that you will go and sign up. And if you know someone that is struggling with confidence and you tell them about this, let them see this Periscope. And if they think that they can benefit from it, go ahead and sign up with them. I also have, just because, every coach has a coach, I also have been told that I should allow you guys to have affiliate links. So if you go out and you talk to other people about it and they want to sign up, that you guys can get some type of reward for that. And so if you let me know by emailing me, coachmenow2, the number 2 at gmail.com, and say, hey Linda, I saw your Periscope and I want to be a part of the affiliate link. I will make sure that gets to you. It'll be to you. So anyone that you refer, anyone that signs up using your link, I will know it came from you and you alone. And so that is great. And what's going to happen is for everyone that signs up, you're going to get 5% of their ticket price. And so I think that's a great opportunity for someone who wants to make a little bit of cash. And if you go out there and you champion the folks, you might make all the cash. Who knows? So, and of course, there's going to be giveaways and things of that nature because I like to give things away. So throughout the coaching sessions, there will be giveaways and things. And so I really want you guys to go ahead and take advantage of this, because if what I said resonated with you at all, and I saw hearts, and I thank you guys for the hearts that was going up. I thank you guys for talking and chatting back and forth with me. If it resonated with you, then you have got to go ahead and take a stand and say, you know what, let me be a part of this. Someone may be saying, well, how much does it cost? It's only $40, and I made it that price because I wanted you guys to see that I'm not trying to get rich off of you. I really want to get this information, but I believe that if you get something for free, you don't value it as much, or you think that it's less than. And so if you have a little bit of skin in the game, skin meaning your money, you'll do what you need to do to make it happen, and you'll get the most out of it. So it's just $40, and I believe there is a processing fee. If you go through Eventbrite, they have a processing fee. So, but even that, when you think about it, if you caught me and asked me to coach you outside of this, it wouldn't be $40. So I think that's a wonderful price. Hopefully you will too. And hopefully you'll see the value in what it is that I'm trying to offer you. So again, I see my hearts going up. Thank you so much. I believe that's my loyal supporter, Chinu, that's doing it. So I thank you guys. And if you have any questions, you can ask me questions. I got a few more minutes. I can stay on to answer any questions that you have. I know people have popped in and out. I don't know if the connection is bad, but hopefully you will come back and look at this on the replay and really allow yourself to take a stand for you. This is for you. This isn't for anyone else. You don't do coaching for anyone else. You do coaching because you want to invest in yourself. You want to invest in your present and your future. And you want to be able to overcome the things that have occurred in your past that may be hindering you now. And so if you have any questions, I'm here. If you don't, you can always get in touch with me at coachmenow2 at gmail.com. It's also in my bio. So if you're not following me, swipe up or swipe right, click my name and follow me so you can see, because I do these daily catches I do these daily scopes on destined achievers, and I'm not always selling my product, but since I'm doing this, once a week I probably will, because it only stays up for 24 hours. And so I will do this because, again, like I said, this is only for Periscope. And so, yeah, any questions, just give me, if you don't want to say anything out here, because some people have contacted me via my email because their situation was so private they didn't want to say something on Periscope. And I understand that, so you can always contact me at coachmenow2@gmail.com. And the way I am on Periscope is the way I am in email, is the way I am if you ever see me in person. It's the way that I am. I am who I am, and I can't be anything else. All I know to do and be is Linda. And so I do that, but I will definitely make sure that, I reply to you, and I try to reply within the same day. But right now I'm writing a book, so y'all forgive me if it takes me a little bit longer to get back to you in email. But know that I will get back to you once I pull my head out of the book. But I have been commissioned, and I've been, my team has told me to get this book out, and December 31st will be here before I know it. So that's the launch date. So I got to get it out. It came back from the not the printer, but the editor today. And so I'm making the changes and going back in. And so you guys, keep me uplifted. So thank you guys. I don't see any questions coming up, or maybe there's a lag and the questions will come up later. But again, thank you so much. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for taking the time. And I hope that you will go and sign up for the course and get the benefit, because it's jam-packed. Hey, man with purpose, how are you doing? It's jam-packed with information, and it's jam-packed with information that's not just going to be beneficial to you, but it'll change the lives of the people around you too, because once they start to see you operating with more confidence, then they're going to be like, wow, okay, well, maybe I can go to them and ask them what helped them, and you'll be able to absolutely do everything. You'll be able to do everything that you need to do. And confidence is key to success, because when you really think about successful people, they come across very confident. And some of them aren't faking it. I think if you fake it till you make it, that's such a disservice to yourself, because what's going to end up happening is you're not going to make it, you're going to break it. And then you have to start from below zero. So once you get yourself to where you want to be, it's not a fake it till you make it. It's a let me practice what it is that I need to do. What they say, practice makes perfect. And so that's the angle you want. You don't want to fake it. No, you want to practice. I don't know any musician that fakes it. Singers can lip sync. They can fake it. But musicians, if you don't know how to play, you don't know how to play. And if you sit down and try to fake playing a piano, when the music stops, you're going to look kind of silly, because, that those things happen, right? And so don't fake it till you make it, because it's going to end up breaking. Go ahead and practice and become the you that you need to be. Become the you that you want to be. And understand that there are people out there that want to hear your message, want to hear what you have to say, want to see, they want to receive what you have to give. You may not be a motivational speaker. You may not be a pastor. You may not be an author. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you're whatever, a janitor, whatever it is. But people want you to see who you are. So let them, okay? And let me help you if you're struggling in that area. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Or as they say in Jerry Maguire, help me help you. Okay? So thank you guys so much again. I am Coach Linda Hillman. I am the owner and founder of Destined to Be You Empowerment Coaching Group. I am a transformation empowerment coach. I help you get from the pain of your past to your purpose, and I do it intentionally. Remember, See the invisible, achieve the impossible, dare to be you, win now. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.